Yes guys, it's Nitty Last and welcome. In this video what we're going to be doing is another class setup video. This time guys we're going to be focusing around the Pharo. Now the Pharo for me is a very dominant weapon. I personally really enjoy it. I know some people out there don't tend to like it. Obviously they'd rather go with the H.A.T.R or the VMP, mainly due to the fact that this is actually a burst fire weapon. But this gun can excel in close quarters, and it really does excel at those medium to long ranges as well. So let's first of all have a look at the attachments that I'm actually running on this. And first of all, I'm going to be going with quick draw. This, like I said in previous class setup videos, this is because I'm going to be playing aggressive. I'm going to be trying to get this weapon up as fast as I possibly can. And that in part is due to the fact that this gun is also a burst fire weapon. So it's very important that we're going to be trying to making sure that we're hitting those targets straight away. Then we're going to be moving on to the next one, and that has got to be stock. I mean, stock for me, especially with a burst fire weapon, is pretty much essential, especially when you're trying to be playing aggressive. Now the idea is that once we get up into the enemy spawn situations like this, if we're going to be doing 2, 3, maybe 4 bursts, just in case the enemy's boosting around or jumping or anything else like that, we definitely want to be making sure that we're strafing in and out of that gunfire straight away, because we're not going to have the same sort of fire rate as like a VMP or anything else like that, so we can't really spray and pray. We've got to be making sure that we get these shots on target, and we can use stock then to our advantage in that kind of situation. Then we're going to be moving on to the next one, and that is going to be rapid fire. Obviously this makes the actual burst fire faster, which in turn is going to make the next cycle come a lot quicker. And for me personally, that is definitely a bit of a must, especially like I say, if you're playing aggressive and you want to be getting up into that spawn. If you're going to be missing those first couple of shots or anything else like that, you want to be making sure that you've got plenty more shots following up behind it and just trying to down the enemy very quickly. Then we're going to be going on to the next one. Now that is extended mags. Now depending on how well you're doing, depending where the enemy is, if they're jumping around or anything too crazy, the thing with this particular gun straight away is because it's a burst weapon, and if you're going to start missing those first few shots and then it takes you maybe a couple more bursts to actually down the particular enemy, if you do come across multiple enemies all at once, this is where extended mags is certainly going to be helping you out and benefiting that straight away. Because if per se you don't quite get all those shots on target, you start running out of bullets, if you're not running extended mags, by the time you start reloading, that is going to put you at a major disadvantage. So for me personally, because you don't need grip, you don't need long barrel or anything else like that, personally for me, extended mags is definitely the better way to go, and a lot better to be using that over fast mags any day. Then we're going to be moving on into the perks. Now as you can see in this particular gameplay, I am playing on domination. So for me personally, especially on a close quarters map like this, I'm going to be sticking on flak jacket straight away. Mainly due to the fact that once all those grenades come flying in, that I can actually help survive. But also you can swap it out if you want. I know some people prefer to use Ghost, that way you can be able to flank up and around. I do tend to sometimes use that with my SMG classes if I'm playing in a completely different kind of playing style. So you can swap that one out. Then the next one is going to be in perk 2, it's going to be fast hands. This is mainly due to the fact this is a very small map, so I'm going to be playing aggressive. People will be coming on to me quite quickly, so I definitely want to be making sure I can put them down. And then on to the final one, and that is going to be dead silence. Now this is a personal preference for me. You don't have to be running with this. I like to hear my footsteps silent, so personally for me this is a bit of a gimme, but you can swap this out for tap mask or something like that if you prefer. But as you're seeing coming up on your screen now is the actual class setup for what I'm using in this particular gameplay. So pause it, go stick this in your creator class and go and try this one out, guys. This does work extremely well, and once you get actually used to the Pharo, it is a very dominant weapon. And like I say, with all these bursts, you can actually put people down from across the other side of the map. You don't need to be worrying about long barrel or other things like that that a lot of people tend to be sticking on their SMGs or anything else like that these days. You don't need that whatsoever. Just concentrate on these kinds of attachments, concentrate on your play style, and you will excel with this weapon in no time whatsoever. But coming up on my screen now is my subscribe button. Make sure you're jumping on that. I've got loads of other class setups, including a stealth class playlist and everything else, along with maps and everything else. So make sure you're jumping on board, come back and checking out more daily videos. And guys, if you drop a like on this video and support my channel, it'd be even better. This is Nitty Last, and I'll catch you later.